Thank you very much for joining the webinar. I'm Tina Greenlaw from Green Office Partner. This is the first webinar of 3. The second one will be in November. It again will be a basic training like this one today. In December, we're going to have advanced training. So we're going to go into some more advanced functions and features of the devices. We are going to be sending out a survey by the end of the week, and we would love your feedback for this session, for upcoming sessions, what you would like to see. Also, if you would like to have one-on-one training about different features of the device, or you would like to have your organization be set up with some training, please feel free to add that in the comment section in the survey. We have opened up the chat. We are going to be making sure that everybody is muted. Please put your questions in the chat, and we will make sure that we will have time at the end of the session to go through every single one of those questions. What I'd like to do is go through, this is the AltaLink, so this is one of the larger devices. It is a colored device, and in our next session, what we will do, because everyone has different devices in your offices, we're going to focus on the VersaLink, which is the smaller device. So what I would like to do right now is start going through some of the actual apps that are on the user interface. So we're going to zoom in and show you. As you see, this is one of the newer Xerox devices. It has like a tablet-like user interface, and just like using your phone, you can click on specific apps. You'll see we have quite a number of apps, just like on your phone. Depending on what your needs of your office is, we can go ahead and add apps to address those. So I'd like to go in and show you the copy app. So here, it is basic. You put in how many copies that you would like to have. You can change whether you want it black and white or color, because this is a color device. As well as if I scroll up, you can see, do I want two-sided, one-sided, copying? And there is a lot more different features that you can see, reducing and enlarging, as well as other features, and then you can go ahead and reset. So what reset will allow you to do is, if you've picked a couple of different functions on this device and you're leaving the device and somebody else is coming up, if you reset it, what that allows it to do is go back to original, so somebody's not picking up on what you've chosen before. To simply go back to the user interface, the main screen, you hit the home button. You can also hit the reset button up here once you're done your job as well. Next thing I want to go into is scan to email. So with scan to email, you will see as soon as this came up, we have it logged so the favorites button comes up automatically. What the favorites allows you to do is anybody that you're emailing on a regular basis, maybe you go ahead and email everything to yourself and then you send it out to people from there. The favorites will allow you to have your email address or your customers at your fingertips as soon as it comes up. You hit OK to close it. If you don't have the favorite book set up, you can go ahead and add recipient. You can do a manual entry where you just enter the email address. Again, the favorites, which I just spoke about, or your device address book. If your company has the device address book set up, you can also click there. So to add manually, you just simply click manual, type your address, and hit OK and hit add. We'll close these off. Again, you scroll down just like you would on your phone or your tablet. Output color, again, two-sided, one-sided, lighten and darken. And we'll get into some of these other features that are within the email function in our advanced session. But that is basically how to go ahead and send an email. You can change the subject. So whatever the subject of the email you want it to say, you simply go ahead and type that, hit OK. So that is the basics of copy and email. You're also going to see on your device the print by Xerox. What this will allow you to do is, if you have somebody that is not connected to your network that you want to allow them to do a print job, You simply would have them send an email to printbyxerox.com. They would walk up to the device and hit that app. I will be going into more detail on how to have that set up and how to actually do the job in our advanced training session. One of the other apps I want to bring to your attention is the Green Office Partner Support app. If you do not see this app on your device, please let us know and we will make sure that we'll go ahead and install it. This is great because if you click on the Green Office Support app, it's going to take a couple minutes to load, but it's going to allow you the ability to do a couple things. So you can go ahead and place a service call. You can ask for your recycle boxes. So if you have recycles in your office and you don't know what to do with them, order some recycle boxes and we will walk you through how to send those back to be recycled. As well, so requesting service, you simply click on the request service button. What's going to come up is this box. You enter your name, your company name, your phone number, the email address, as well as the message. And what you put in the message is what is going on with that machine. If there is any fault codes, I would recommend putting them in there, but it's going to feed this information to our support group as well as to Xerox to let us know exactly what is going on with that device. There's the Recycle Boxes app, or you just simply click on that to request recycle boxes. Again, I'm just going to simply close it. It's going to bring us back to the user interface of our device. What else I would like to show you up here is restarting the machine. If for any reason at all that you have to restart your machine, you simply click on the top button and hit restart, or if you want to power it off. And then to get out of this, you simply hit cancel. Now I'd like to go into some of the functionality of the device in how to change the toner as well as the drums. So with this machine, the toner and the drum are in the same part. You just open the door. You'll see that you've got black, because this is color, cyan, magenta, and yellow. Very, very easy to replace these units. So for example, if you want to replace the black, you simply pull the cartridge out and then replace the new cartridge by putting it in and snapping it shut. You replace the toner and the drums at 5%. If for some reason you have a defective toner and you have to replace it before that, please just let us know so we can make sure that the levels are and your toner and your drums are sent as needed. You should automatically be getting your toner sent to you. If for some reason, and your drums, if for some reason you don't, again, please let us know so we can make sure that it gets there on time and on schedule. Anything that you see that's peach, this is where you would open and it's customer replaceable. So you'll see a couple different places here. So here's where your drums are. So I'm going to unlock, you simply open the lever. To open the door, you push down a little bit on it. You'll go ahead and see that there's different R1, R2, R3, and R4. So there's 4 different drums because this is a color machine. When you open your box for the drum, it is one drum and it can go in any color. So when you open the box, what you're going to see is that it has a little black piece of paper. You simply remove the paper and you line up these 2 corners with the 2 different slots down here. And then once you do that, all you do is you simply press this and push it forward, and that will go ahead and push into the device, and you simply snap it shut. To close the door, you snap it up, and if for some reason you forget to close that lever, this is what's going to happen. Your door will not shut. So you close the lever and close the door. So that's how easy it is to replace the toner or the drums on your device. if for some reason you're replacing them and you are having a little bit of difficulty, please feel free to reach out to us. The next thing I want to show you is the paper guides. So when you're replacing your paper, I'll show you there are 2 guides that you have to make sure that are flush up against your paper. So this guide here, as well as your top guide. Why this is very important is if these guides are not flush against your paper, it will not tell the machine what size that paper is loaded in the machine. So that's how easy it is. You just simply click them shut, close your door, and you'll see as soon as I've done that, it's going to ask me to confirm that the size of the paper was 8.5 by 11, as well as the type of paper that it is. The other thing that I wanted to show you on the user interface, which I missed, is on the device. So on the user interface of the actual machine, you're going to see an icon that's called device. What this will allow you to do is go into the supplies, and you're going to be able to check what the levels are of your supplies, whether it's the toner, which is on the main level. And if you click other, you'll see your drum levels. So when you have things happening with your device, as far as you have different specs on your paper, or if you have lines of color on your paper, majority of the time what's happening is your drum or your toner have to be replaced. What's great about this screen is it'll tell you the level, as well as how many pages that amount should last, and then how many days. So to get out of this, you just simply click the X, and then you can go back to the home, hit cancel, and go back home. Next, I want to move up to the top, the document handler. Again, we're talking about guides in the paper trays. There's also guides in your document handler. And this, again, is important because to know what size of documents that you have, whether you're putting in portrait or landscape, as long as the guides are flush against that paper, the machine will know what size document to produce. Next, I want to show you the document handler, the glass, and how to clean it. This is basic. Everyone knows, to clean the glass. If you have spots on your paper, what will happen is usually, some people have noticed that maybe there's some liquid paper or some streaks on it. So you simply clean all edges of your glass. Another thing that I've noticed when I'm talking to my customers is they'll call me and tell me that I've got this line down the edge of my paper and it's in the same spot every single time. What happens is there is another glass on this side of the platen glass, and everybody forgets to clean this one. So if you clean it, 9 times out of 10, that's going to alleviate that line on your paper. Next, I want to go ahead and talk to you about the stickers that we have been putting on your devices. You've probably noticed that we've been replacing our old sticker with the new ones. What this has on it, obviously, is Green Office Partner. It's going to have a number. It's an EQ number. What that EQ number does is it's going to allow us to know which machine it is. So when you're calling in for service, you can give us that EQ number. Also on this sticker is our toll-free number, which is 467-5999. So normally this will be placed on, depending on the machine, on the front of the machine so you can easily see it. Another way to get a hold of us in case you have to, if you have any service related issues or questions, is you can email us at support@greenofficepartner.com. The next thing we would like to do is go into our knowledge base. So what we've done, Green Office Partner, is created a knowledge base. you simply go into www.greenofficepartner.com. There's a variety of things that you're going to be able to see in here. What I'm going to focus on right now is the knowledge base. So if you see, you're going to have home, services, industries, and then you're going to go and see knowledge base. So if you click on knowledge base, you'll see there's 4 different components within here. The first thing you're going to see is the machine type that you want. So for example, we're looking at the C8000. So we're going to click on that. So you'll see quick guides, resources, training, and support. So what the quick guides allows you to do is I've created videos on everything that I've gotten through today and more. So these are actual videos. Instead of you having to read through something, I've created live videos. If there's something that you don't see on there that you think that your staff or you would benefit from, again, in the survey, please let us know what that could be, and we'll go ahead and create the videos. If you go into want to search for something, say you want to update your address book, you'll see it'll take a couple of minutes to load, but we have documentation on exactly how to do that. That is actually something I'm going to be going through in our advanced training in December. I do get that question a lot when I'm in the field talking to my customers, and I go through and show them how to add, remove, add favorites into the address book. The other thing that you'll see in here, we want to go back into the C8000 link. Below, you'll see training. And what the training is training that Xerox has actually done. A lot of these are not physical people doing the videos, but they show you components on how to do specific things on the machines as well. The resources, say you want to go ahead and find out a little bit more, about your machine, you can go into the detailed specifications if we want to click on view more. If you want to look at the brochure maybe of some of the new devices, you want to have your IT department install a driver, this is where you would find these resources. And last but not least, obviously the Green Office support. I'm sure you've talked to many of the different support people that are on the phones. They are a great resource if you need to, again, at the local number is 312-523-6785. Their email, if you want to place a service call, as well as the support email that I told you, support@greenofficepartner.com. I was previously with Xerox for 22 years before coming to Green Office Partner. And I must say, this knowledge base far exceeds anything that I've been dealing with before. So do you want to go ahead? I have Brad, who's my Vice President of IT, in the room with me as well. We're going to go ahead and open up the chat just to see if there's any questions we want to address right now. We don't see any. Does anybody want to unmute your line and ask any questions, or is there anything? I know this is basic training, but is there anything that I have not covered that you would really like to see in this session?
Yeah, I have a question. My name is John, and I know you mentioned I know how to add everything. Everything. I know how to add recipients to the printer for the email and whatnot, but is there a way to delete people? I know that's a big, how to delete the contacts in there. That's a big question in our office, and I guess I'm the printer expert now, so. So I just wanted to ask that.
So I'm going to have Brad go ahead and address that question. Thank you, John.
So yeah, so from the machine itself, you can add, but from the machine's web page, that is when you can add and delete also. So I'm going to go back and share my screen. So if you also look at the training that's in here, like we did the address book, it will go into there. So when you go into the machine itself, type it right.
So what Brad's doing is, and this would have been in the advanced training, but you know, I'm glad this question was brought up. You enter the IP address of that particular machine that you want to get into, and
So when you come in here, you go to the address book for that. And once again, in the instructions, it will tell you, but if you click on device at your machine, it will tell you what the IP address is, or there might be a label on the machine with what the IP address is on that. But when you go into the address book here, let me just for it to come up.
yeah, I think the devices will have the tab on it and go into
Yeah, I think maybe we can do it with.
what is going to be prompted is for you to enter a user ID and password. Majority of the time, unless it's been changed, is ADMIN for the username, and the password is 1111.
So now that we're in the address book, someone made an entry, they called it C in here. So I just clicked on that one here, and now I'm gonna hit delete, and now it's gone.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Brad.
Yep, and that is a little bit of a confusion on it, because you can add them from the machine itself, but you can't delete them from the machine itself. You gotta go through the web page.
Cool. Perfect.
So John, did that address?
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Was there any other questions? Did anybody want to open up their line, unmute to see if there's anything else that you would like me to show you? Again, I mean, this is basic training, but it's your training. So we want to make sure that we address anything that you would like to see or for us to talk about. I don't see any other questions. I'm just looking through the chat right now. So what I'd like to do at this time is thank everyone for attending. I know it was a quick overview, but again, if everyone could take the time, please, to fill out the survey. It will be to you by the end of the week. Let us know what you'd like to see in the next session, as well as any training that you'd like. We can go into detailed training. We can spend an hour at a time. If you have, maybe send out an email to your employees and let us know there's these specific things that we want you to cover. We can do a 30-minute session. We can do an hour session, whatever works for you. On behalf of Green Office Partner, I really want to thank you for being valued customers. And again, we look forward to going forward and doing these webinars on a monthly basis with you.